Okay, hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Olly's Farm, and if you haven't already, you can hit the subscribe button and you can tap the little bell on the side of the subscribe so that you can be notified when a new video is uploaded from Olly's Farm. So the first job when I arrive on the farm is the calves over there. They've got to be fed in the morning first thing. Milk's all ready. So I'm now going to go and take it over to the calves. Okay, so it's now time for the naming of the calves. So 148, which is this one here, with the like love heart on her forehead there, she's going to be called from Josh 648 Baby Blue. So she's going to be called Baby Blue. And 407 here is going to be called from Ben Fretwell Belle. So I know some people have put here two different names, but I'm just trying to choose the ones which I think are kind of best suited to them. So we're going to be calling 407 over here Belle. So this calf here, 407, she's now going to be called Belle. So you're Belle, and 148, you are Baby Blue. This is Baby Blue here. Also, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which haven't been named yet. So, you know what I'm going to ask you in the comments below. Do put what you think we should call the remaining 6. And if you just put one name which you think, then I can get more people involved and you'll basically be naming a calf. And you can see its progress and see how it develops. So that's what's going to be happening. Thanks very much then to Ben Fretwell and to Josh 6485, and thanks very much to everyone else. So we've got some great name suggestions on here. Lady Grey and Geisha, I like that one. Toria and George, that's a good one. Thanks Toria. Call them Salt and Pepper. Yeah, that would be quite a funny one, wouldn't it? Olive, I like that one. That's another good name suggestion. Peggy and Julie. Millie and Jessica from Fred Silkins. Effie the Heifer or Treacle, Tobias Hunter. Luna and Lily from Tom Edwards. Blue and Belle, obviously. And there we go, that's the calves fed this morning, and that is also the calves named. So the two calves have just been named. Okay, so here to get a bag of calf feed for the Belgian Blues. And there we go, they go straight to the cereals there. So I don't give them all the sack to begin with. They do spill it quite a bit at the moment, so there's a scraper tractor, probably be using that later. So there we are, all fed and happy. So this is where things really start for the day. Here are the Belgian Blues, and of course here's the John Deere 6930. And I'll just check the oil. There's a service coming up on it quite soon. Oh, that's quite good. So let's give it a go. Come on. Yeah, all it is that valve. Yeah, like I say, all it is that it's the fuel lines have got to be replaced. Basically, it's a job which needs to be done, and then it'll be fine. So I'm just going to park the 6.9 up here. This is where I normally park the 6.9 up to get loaded with some straw or haylage or silage. All I do is I just open it from the back so that I can see, so that I can get the height just right for loading. And as you can see, we've got a bit of silage left in there, but not too much. Okay, so with the John Deere put across the road, my next job is to get the grain bucket, because I use it for feeding the cereals, because in the morning all of the animals except the calves have a cattle cereal concentrate. So that is a job which has then got to be done after I've fed the calves in the morning. Way! It just stops the dust getting in your eyes, really. There's some cereals. So, I normally feed this half bag out to begin with to these young stores. So everything's been fed there. As you can see, they've had their cereals, and now they need their fodder beet, because they have cereals in the morning, then they have fodder beet, and then in the afternoon, evening, they have silage. So now it is time to feed them their fodder beet, and the way we do this, as some of you might know if you've watched the previous videos, we use the KW Farm Services feeder bucket. What I do is I switch from the shake bucket function to the auxiliary, and I can now control it off this button here. And that's enough for them. Now it's time for the Belgian Blues. Push the button and it comes out. As you can hear, there's a stone trap on the bucket, and basically what that does is it just takes out any of the stones, stops the machine getting damaged. So what I'm now doing is I'm shutting up these young stalls here, because this part of the passage is used for the red poles in the morning as well. So I've got to go and get them and bring them in so that they can have their fodder beet. As you can see, they're in the routine, they know where they're going, they know what's happening. Okay, so I'm now walking over to get the red poles. They know exactly where they're going. Like I said earlier, everything's in a good routine at the moment. They know where they're going, what time to go, etc. They like routine. So this is where the red poles live. I've got to first scrape this all out today and then replenish their feed in the rings here, as you can see. And there we go. I'm just going to leave the machine here now because I've got to go and do some scraping. Okay, scraping done. I'm now taking off the bucket here, and I'm going to go and get a bale of silage for the red poles. Just been listening to some Christmas songs. It is of course that time of year. Let me know what songs you like to listen to. One of my personal favourites is Michael Bublé, It's Beginning to Look a Lot Like Christmas, and Wham! Last Christmas. They're probably both of my favourite Christmas songs to listen to at this time of the year. Back through the shed with a bale of silage. There we go. Back through the shed again, and as you can see, the red poles have cleared up their food. Okay, so the time is now coffee time. Yes, that is a 6:30 as my background. Okay, so just whilst I'm having my coffee here, I've got to do a shout out to Jordan_McCormack66 and Jordan_Moss16. So on Instagram, there's a couple of shout outs which I've been meaning to do there. So yeah, come up with some names for the rest of the Belgian Blue calves. That would be great. It's really difficult when I'm out filming to try and talk to you guys. When I'm in an environment having my coffee, I feel like I can have a much more relaxed conversation, let's say, because with the animals and with the farm, sometimes it can be quite stressful when you're trying to get animals fed and get things done, for example. Yeah, so if you'd like to name the rest of the calves, the 6 remaining calves, that would be brilliant. And also, what is your favourite Christmas song? That's what I'd like to hear from you as well. Obviously, as I said earlier in the video, my favourite one is Wham! Last Christmas, and of course Michael Bublé, It's Beginning to Look a Lot Like Christmas. Okay, with the animals now moved back round, I need to go and load up the feeding machine. Okay, so a bale of the nice first cut 1 year lay Italian ryegrass for the cattle today. Absolutely lovely stuff. Okay, and there we go, that's loaded for feeding the animals later on. And now it's off to get a bale, as you can see here, of barley straw for the Belgian Blues. This barley straw basically sits in the ring in the yard for the Belgian Blues later. There we go. And it's back on with the bucket just to feed a group of stores, having just fed the first lot of fodder beet out to the suckler cows and loaded the bedder, and also filled up the straw rack for the Belgian Blues. Young stalls here don't have very much fodder beat at all at the moment. Okay, so just taking the machine off. The small stalls there, they don't have very much fodder beat at the moment because they're very small and young, and also they're only just coming onto the fodder beat. Like I've said before in previous videos, you've got to be very careful as to how the fodder beat is fed out because it is so high in sugar. Okay, so all of those jobs have now been done and I'm heading in for lunch. Okay, so lunch over. I've come back outside, just had a nice fish and chips for lunch. And I'm back outside and I've got to shut up some of the animals here because I need to scrape these two alleys, this alley here and this alley here as well. They've both got to be scraped out. Oh no. No. Unfortunately, the tripod blew over in the wind whilst I was just scraping then, and the camera, my Canon PowerShot, which is for all of my videos, my custom little microphone here, she's had it. Okay, so with the Canon destroyed and the shed scraped out, I'm now going to go and feed the animals. There we go, there we go. Okay, so put the old lights on because it's getting quite dark, bit of heat in here, and let's go and feed the animals. Okay, so the stores there, they've just got a bit of ryegrass. I've just fed them, going at quite a quick pace now because it's flowing out quite nicely. So, and there we go for the night. Just bring the 6.9 back into park. It's nice to have park on the shuttle there. And if I just nudge this to the left, as you can see the lights have just come on. They'll come on and basically I can just turn the machine off and the lights will stay on, which is quite a nice little touch on these wintry evenings. So there we are, there's the Belgian Blues, they're happy. And that's it for today. They've got their food there now, their silage. Outside they've got their straw rack. The other stores there have been fed. And that is it for the end of the day. I just thought I'd do today's video to give you some sort of an insight as to what I get up to on the farm and just give you some sort of idea of what a sort of average day is on the farm. Every day is different, every day is not like that, but generally there will be principles of today, such as, for example, the routine of feeding. Those sorts of aspects will be in an average day at the moment, especially during winter. So unfortunately the Canon camera has broken, as you can see here. I've just tried turning it on again and it's not having any of it, so unfortunately it doesn't sound good. I don't know if it's going to be quiet now. So basically, don't know what's happened to it. Unfortunately, it has had it. I just don't think there's going to be any way anyone can fix it. I will ask people and see if I can maybe get it fixed, but I think I'm going to have to go camera shopping tomorrow because I was hoping to get a replacement camera at some point, but obviously that's been accelerated now with the destruction of this camera. Unfortunately, a gust of wind. It's been so incredibly windy this afternoon. It's like some sort of storm has arrived in the UK, or certainly around this part where we are near Norwich. And it's also been quite cold as well on the farm, so it's been about 4.3 Celsius. So with the wind as well, it's been quite chilly and cold indeed. So yeah, it looks like I'll be off camera shopping tomorrow, trying to get a replacement main camera, because the main camera is very, very important to the videos and the episodes which I make for you guys. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed today's video. If you enjoyed today's video, do give it a thumbs up, but only if you enjoyed the video. And as always, you can go and follow the Olly's Farm Instagram page, which is ollies.farm in the Instagram search bar. And as always, do comment, rate and subscribe for plenty more videos to come.